Good evening, everybody. Good evening, big man AC Harriets. How have I been? I've been very good. We're back in Livonia. It looks like the rain has stopped. So let's have a look around this. Let's have a look around this town. We're good for water. We're good for food. I can hear, I don't know, a moose or something off in the distance, I think. And we're continuing our adventure on the Livonia map in DayZ, making our way south, just to see if we can get, I guess, get to the edge of the map would be quite cool, wouldn't it? Some disinfectant spray. A sewing kit, that would come in handy. Absolutely. This is a nice little hamlet we've got. Very picturesque, very alpine, with the houses among the rocks. Maybe I could do with some anti-bear spray. This is on the PlayStation 4, on our PlayStation 4 private server. It won't be a super long stream tonight, just wanted to touch base with everybody and move a little bit further south. Haven't seen many zombies so far. No. Well, what it seems to be in Livonia is they seem to be concentrated more around bigger places. So there was this kind of castle prison that I came across near the main river far north of here, and there was loads of zombies there. I mean loads. There was over 20 zombies. Well, right, where were we? Is that a water pump there? Hey, we've got water pump. That's good. Right, I'll tell you what we can do. Could have a nice drink. I think there's another sewing kit down there as well, isn't it? Let's fill up our other water bottle. Oh, they've got rid of the noise of the water bottles filling. Right, let's have a look round. Have we got any other? Ooh. Oh, it's good to have the one-shot axe back. No messing around. Oh, I've been in here. It's another leather sewing kit. I don't need another one, do I? I've already got one. They're quite heavy as well. else have we got here? Not a lot is the answer. Not a lot. How are my boots doing? Still pristine. Can't beat these military boots, they last a long time. And I have got spare boots as well, so we're definitely good to go. Scale, are you going to get Doom Eternal when it comes out? That is a great question. That is a great question. I very much enjoyed Doom. Was it Doom 2018? Was it what they called it? The last one. I thought it was an amazing game. Really good shooter. Just manic. Just so good. So I probably, because it's a single player game for me anyway. I won't really play much online multiplayer with it. There's no kind of there's no need to. So south is that way. There's no need for me to kind of get on board super early, you know, in order to learn the multiplayer. You know, like we say with Battlefield or Call of Duty or PUBG, things like that. It's important to get in early if you want to be competitive, because you need to learn the maps, don't you, and that sort of stuff. So I'd imagine with Doom, I'll probably wait till it gets reduced a little bit before I get it. How about yourself, big man? Have you considered it, getting it? There's a path down here. In fact, I remember playing the Doom 2018 and I think I got 3/4 of the way through the game before I realised that you could upgrade the weapons. It was on like the pause menu, wasn't it, or something, where you had to go in and upgrade them. I didn't realise you could do it, you know, and put like homing missiles in your gun and all that good stuff. I was like, all of a sudden I was like, oh my god, I've been struggling all this time. Oh, Big Man Ainsley says, I'll probably pick it up when it's reduced. Yeah, same here, absolutely. Right for the campaign. The multiplayer in the last one wasn't that great anyway. It was made by a different company. It wasn't made by the people who actually made the main campaign. So we've got another road down here. Haven't found a single mushroom in Livonia yet. Right, it looks to me like this road curves around to the south. So I like the verticality of this of Livonia. You know, this alpine feel. The rumours multiplayer is made by the same people who made Halo 4 multiplayer. Oh, right. Oh. Dooms, yeah, of course, yeah. Interesting. Amazing landscape. Sorry peeps, I was just scoffing on some popcorn there. Alright, what we got? Well, we're not quite heading south, are we? Let's just get to this corner here and see if we can see a way through. The ambient sound in DayZ is amazing. I'm just really wary that we're going to come across a bear. I was watching a clip earlier of someone who came across a bear. I think there was 3 or 4 of them, and it killed all of them. Yeah, no messing. Aha! Right, this track's going in the direction we want to. Look at this view. Look at this view. I'm really at the mercy of wolves, though. Any wild animals by myself. I mean, I have got the KA that Moxie was kind enough, very kind enough, to get for me. But, you know, they're damn hard to kill, those things. Another nice little valley down there. Yeah, Livonia's definitely got a very different feel to Chernerus, isn't it? Chernerus, you feel like, you know, you're going from one place to another in terms of like a town to a town, you know, or, you know, a city to a city. Livonia, it feels like you're getting deeper and deeper into the wilderness. Okay, so we've got a choice to make. Well, south it is. Sort of hiking trail. The first person for you. keep thinking those tree stumps are like rabbits or hares standing on end. This is a bit like the South Downs, the New Forest. This sort of thing kind of happens. Well, we're definitely heading south. Not much here though, is there? You can see what they mean when they say that no food spawns down here. One thing I've never understood about zombie apocalypse games and movies is how do the zombies destroy tanks? Well, that is a great question. You'd think that an army... Well, they kind of explain that in World War Z, the book. And I guess to the film... Oh, there we go. Is that something down there? What's that down there? To a certain extent, and it's strength of numbers. What's that through the trees? Is that a lake down there? You know, and they simply overwhelm with thousands and thousands of zombies, or hundreds climbing over a tank, and then getting their body stuck in the tracks and jamming it so that it can't move. And then just waiting outside for where the crew have to get out to get some food or something, and then eating them. All that sort of stuff. But yeah, in reality, you would just end up closing the doors, wouldn't you? Right, what have we got here? Got a nice big lake. Let's go and have a look. Oh, it's a dam. See, if I had a fishing rod or some line, we could go fishing. I've got a fishing rod on the Xbox version of Livonia. Let's have a look at this dam. It's a nice looking river. Nice looking lake. Big green. I guess that's the... Because, you know, one thing that would happen, wouldn't it, in the zombie apocalypse? The water would slowly build up against this dam if there wasn't a runoff or anything. And, you know, through the winters, sort of, 20 years' time, as the ice slowly destroyed the dam. The dam would just collapse on it, and then you'd have this massive flood that would rush down the valley. Right, so south is that way. Looks like we've lost the trail though. I'm not going to mention bears or wolves. In Chernerus, when you get to the edge of the map, you kind of just see this, it just looks like a big green field stretching off into the distance. I wonder if they're going to do it a little bit different on Livonia, where it's going to be like those trees. See those trees over there? Like on the horizon. Oh, not going south. What have we got? So barren, but guys, I don't know. I guess I mean, there's enough trees to build a base, isn't there? You could build a. There's enough wood. If you could transport enough nails and stuff down here, and oh, here we go. Ah, no road. Just follow this road, which is going. It's going east, but it looks like it curves round to the south further down. But yeah, finding food could be a problem. You'd have to set up somewhere near where there were animals, like chickens or piggies or something like that, wouldn't you? But you could see how, though, like on a public server, down this far into the map, you could really probably lose yourself in a way that you can't on Chernerus. Simply because it's quite difficult to get this far into the map unless you've got lots of supplies. It's another one of those roadside shrines. Quod es ecclesia propus e lungus adeo. Yeah, right, we're heading south again now. What country is Livonia set in? The idea is that it's obviously a fictional country set on the Black Sea. So if you look on the map of sort of Eastern Europe, where the Black Sea is, and then it's between the Black Sea and Russia. That's the idea. The name of the whole country is Chernerus, actually, and when we were playing in the first game, the one that we call the Chernerus map, that's just the northern province, and Livonia is, I think, is a western province of Chernerus. So the country is called Chernerus. Who else is on the server? Beekeeping biker. Bohemia Interactive, who are the developer behind DayZ, they use this map for their DLC for Armour, their military simulator. Good evening, Fabricio Alfonso. Good evening, Justin Vaughan. Damn, I would have just said Russia. Yeah, near Russia, because part of the story behind DayZ is that there was it's part of the armor law, and in the armor law, basically that you end up with Russia versus like America and Britain, because they're fighting in Chernobyl over kind of what happens. And one of the ideas of DayZ is that, like, an alternative reality of what happened in Armour is you then had a zombie apocalypse happen in Chernobyl, maybe because like the Russians released some sort of chemical agent or something like that, or the Americans, and then that's why you've got like the Russians in the north, perhaps, who are preventing anybody from escaping from Chernobyl. If you look at the Chernobyl DayZ role-playing servers and the websites, they have loads of backstory to what could have gone on with the rest of the world as well. And the idea with the original game is that you found yourself washed up on the coast of Chernobyl, whereas with this map you just find yourself in the northern province. I guess what would have probably been a little bit cooler for the story in between the two maps would have been if, when you spawned in Livonia, you spawned with some basic kit, with the idea perhaps that by being in Livonia you'd been through Chernobyl, and maybe you should spawn in with like a random small backpack, some couple of cans of food, that sort of stuff, because you've moved on. You're not just you haven't just washed up from a shipwreck. You're a bit of more of a seasoned survivor. Oh right, we have a building. Let's go and check this out. I think, is that a building? Yeah. Oh, we got a hunter's hide. Let's check this out. Scope. Don't need that. Hunting knife. Well, while we're here, in this rather pleasant spot, we should have something to eat, shouldn't we? Should we have... Is it the last? Yeah, let's have the last of our cooked wolf steak. Fabrizio says, not English, Save, my brother. No worries, my friend. Justin Vaughan says, nice. Justin Vaughan says, love the game, hate the car lags. Yeah, they still... I don't think they still don't work very well, do they, the cars? Maybe. We're going to have to wait for the PlayStation 5 version or the Xbox Series X version. Have you all seen the release trailer for the new Xbox that's coming Christmas next year? Alright, so south is that way now. Let's see if this road... Big Man Ainsley says, there's something I find oddly nice about just walking around on DayZ, that is until someone snipes you from halfway across the map. Yeah, that's why we have the allure of the private servers. Because I know that Beekeeping Biker will be in a completely different area of the map to me. The chances of us bumping into each other are really slim, and we're not going to kill each other anyway because we know each other from our Discord. The new Xbox looks like a coffee machine. It does, doesn't it? It does. Or you could say it looks like a mini computer tower. Good to see that it's got a disk drive on the front. Oh, I think we're getting to the edge of the map here. I think we're getting to the edge of the map. Could be wrong though. We're just looking for an area where the grass isn't spawned in. See how my shoes are doing. Yeah. I mean, if you get caught out here with no shoes, you know, your shoes break. You've had it, haven't you? Because, I mean, we've come across, probably in the last half an hour, we've come across two little buildings. Right, we've got some power lines up ahead. They normally always lead to some sort of settlement, whether it be a town or a city. Wish the game had bicycles. Yeah, that would be... Yeah, you could have bicycles, couldn't you? Definitely. You could have, like, mountain bikes that you'd find. You'd have to... Knowing DayZ, though, you'd have to find aspirator tubes and a bicycle pump and some chain oil and all that sort of stuff. It wouldn't just be a case of going in someone's shed. Oh, there's a bicycle there. You'd go in someone's shed and it would have flat tyres, which would... But to be honest, that would make sense at this, you know, in the zombie apocalypse, because bike tyres don't. All right, here we go. This is it. This is the edge of. Oh no, maybe not. Oh no, we've got something. Is that something over there? What's that gap there? 2 tyres and some oil. Yeah. Right, what we got? Countryside's definitely opened up a lot. Now, one of the guys in the Discord said that sometimes around the hay bales you find mushrooms. Oh my god. Has anybody just spotted the deliberate mistake I've made? Look at the compass. Which way it's pointing? We're meant to be going that way, and I've been going that way. Ah, dear me. Love mushrooms around hay. Mostly prestige. Big Man says, do you think Bohemia will ever add regular non-NPCs to DayZ? I doubt it. I doubt it. It would be too much... It would turn into Fallout then, wouldn't it, I guess? You know... Oh, thanks, Justin. Well, thanks for mentioning it. We're going to be heading south, and for the last half an hour I've been heading north. Great. Oh, wow, what are we going to do? Okay. Okay. All is not lost. Oh well. Okay, well we've explored more of the map, haven't we? Which is what this playthrough is all about. And what we'll do, so what I'm going to do now is I'm heading southeast. Or do we want to go southwest? I'm trying to think where... Actually, I don't really... See, I don't know where I am on the map. But at least if I go south at an angle, it means we're not going to end up where we started. We're going to go somewhere else. And it starts raining. So what we're going to try and do, we're going to try and make it to the nearest shelter. And I'm probably going to call it a night. I can't believe I've been running north for half an hour when I was meant to be running south. Well, I can. But Always rain in Livonia. Yeah, absolutely. I think did actually email Nitrado, the people who, well, I didn't. I went on the because I have Nitrado servers. I managed to get into their special Discord that gives you support, and I messaged them and said, "Look, can we please have in the admin file?" So what happens is, as you're playing the game, there's a log that gets created that tells you people spawning in and spawning out, and whether they get damaged or not, or whether they damage people. But unfortunately, it doesn't tell you where people are. And so if you've ever got a problem in the server with someone breaking the rules, I don't know who did it. But there is an option in the PC servers to turn on tracking, so you can see where people have gone. So I've asked them to see if they can add that to the servers. And who knows? It'd be really nice if we could play around with some other stuff as well. People obviously, the headline one is always loot. They want to be able to. They want us to be able to turn up loot frequencies. I'm not too bothered about that, but it would be nice to be able to turn off the rain, or make it so it doesn't come quite so often. Because I have been caught in some rain showers for a long time. And don't get me wrong, it's nice to have the different weather, just as it's nice to have the day and night cycle. But you don't want it to really restrict your gameplay. You just want it to give a little bit of an accent, a little bit of a flavour to the map. Yeah, I'm starting to get a bit cold now. See if we can. We really should find some shelter. Okay, there's a road here. Well, I say a road, a path. Is that the ruins we came across earlier? If it is, there is there were those hunting hides down here, weren't there, I think? Alright, stop raining, okay. Why don't you let me ring it out? Okay, it's not letting me wring my clothes out, so we've got to keep going. Okay, it's stopped raining, we're good to go. Don't like walking in real life, play DayZ. Yeah, absolutely. This is the walking simulator, isn't it? I'm so gutted that we've been going the wrong way for so long. There's me going, oh yeah, I think I can see the edge of the map. Oh jeez. I kind of want to run into a bear now. But again, this is one of the amazing things about DayZ. You know, it doesn't hold your hand at all. You know, there's no placing waypoints on a map for you just to follow a dot. You physically got to look at a compass, and you've got to make sure you read the compass the right way. Otherwise, you'll end up going the wrong way. Or you could use the I Survive app. Yeah, but I'm not using it on this playthrough. You know, I don't want to. I just want to wander around, find the southern tip of the map, if I can, just to experience Livonia without really having a task, you know, or a goal in mind. You know, often with Chernerus, after we played it for, you know, you always had to have a goal in mind. You think, oh, I want to build a car, I want to build a base, I want to do that. Really, with this one, I just wanted to have a wander around and survive. And also, I'll probably do a review of Livonia as well. And I think, you know, to do that, I really wanted to talk about the different vibes that Livonia gives, if there were any, compared to Chernerus, which I think there obviously are. Although, saying that, in Chernerus, again, because I had some bad experiences with wolves fairly early on, I didn't wander off into the woods very often, because I just didn't want to risk getting eaten by wolves. A couple of times I was like kitted up to the nines with like, and this was on public servers, with like assault sniper rifles, all the, you know, nice kit. You know, heading somewhere to think, yeah, I'm going to do some PvP now. I'm going to go and shoot some people, and then I get eaten by wolves, and it's like, oh god, all that time wasted. Justin Vaughan says, "Wish moss grew on the north side of trees." Yes, that would be a good indication, wouldn't it? Big Man AZ says, "I like how much more green the grass and leaves are in Livonia." Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I thought I'd lost my axe for a minute then. Couldn't see it on my back. It's an interesting little gully. There's another path. Where's it going? No, it's not going in the direction I want to, which is southeast. Yeah. Looks like we're getting to that more open area of the map. There's a big road there. Oh, there's a big road here. Okay. Yeah, if you were short on food or drink, you wouldn't survive for very long out here, would you? You'd definitely end up... Can you build tree houses in DayZ? Big Man AZ says. No. No, not yet. You can build nice tall watchtowers, which are a bit like tree houses. Ooh, car. An abandoned car. Oh, look. Oh, yeah, they said this. So what's happening here is these bits are for... they kind of said that you'd find spare bits for cars. This isn't... No, this isn't a fixable car. No. But they said you'd find bits for the cars that you needed to fix on abandoned cars, which kind of makes sense, doesn't it? So. I think I've definitely got a strike cross country, haven't I? Although I am going to end up going exactly where we came back from. So if we keep going southeast... Gosh, it really is the wilderness, isn't it? It really is the wilderness. There's nothing out here at all. Good game. Sorry, I can't read your name because it's in Russian. Yes, very good game. if you like this sort of thing, I mean that's the big caveat for DayZ. It's an adventure game. It's not a shooter. Well, you can turn it into a shooter if you go onto public servers and things, but for most people I think they probably enjoy the adventure side of it. As I said, this is Livonia. This is the new map that's been out for a couple of weeks now. We were somewhere in the south with the idea of reaching the southern end of the map. Unfortunately, I was reading my compass wrong and proceeded to run north for half an hour, which was not a good thing. So I've kind of backtracked, and I'm not heading, hopefully not heading south the exact way I came north. I'm kind of cutting across country just so we can see some different parts of the map. But one thing we have noticed, it is very sparse. It is the wilderness. It is definitely the wilderness. Big Man says, I think it would be cool if you could craft makeshift weapons a bit like the Metro series. Yeah, you can't really, can you? I mean, I guess you can craft sticks. And I don't know if you can sharpen a stick to make a spear. But I think maybe in the original DayZ, you probably could before they changed the engine. Yeah, you think you'd be able to make bows and arrows, wouldn't you? And snares to catch rabbits and small game. Yeah, and throwing spears. Is that a power line there? It is, isn't it? Power lines. Oh, right a minute, there's something over there. Ooh. Right, there's our goal then. That's where we're going to reach. Is there a big radar thing there or something? Let's have a look. Oh look, that's a big military installation. Ooh, right. Let's go. Now this is where we all of a sudden come across a bear. So there will be zombies up here. You've always got to remember that you're kind of in the wilderness for a long time with no threats at all apart from starving to death or dehydrating. And you get near a built up area and you've forgotten the threat of the zombies. Hello T Percy 05, thank you for coming back to the stream. It's a pleasure as always to have you guys along. We've just seen a military installation in the distance and I'm making my way there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did I start running in the wrong direction again? I lost my bearings. Where's the radar gone? Is it up here? I was looking at something on my computer rather foolishly. What rifle do you have? This is a KA-74. It's an assault rifle, really. It's got an okay scope on it. I've lost sight of the military base. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There it is. There we go. We were going in the right direction. Ooh, that would have been a bit embarrassing. Getting lost twice in one evening. Right, so what have we got here? Let's get the old one-hit wonder out. Colin Kobe says, your videos are very helpful. Keep informational DayZ vids. I will. I've got to the point now where I'm not really sure what to do next about DayZ. What sort of instructional videos to use, because I've done so many. But if you ever have a question about DayZ, on any of the DayZ, I mean, you can email me, scalespeeder@gmail.com, or on any of the DayZ videos, just put the question in the comments and I will see it normally. And then I'll make a video if I've got the skills to do. The one thing I wanted to do more of, which I haven't had a chance to do, are tutorials on building, but it takes so long. Is your private server locked? Yes, yeah. It's so how do you join our private server? So, in order to join the private server, you have to be over 18. That's the first thing, and you've got to join our Discord. And then you've got to join my Patreon or become a YouTube member. So it's $2 a month for Patreon, or about £5, I think it is, a month to become a YouTube member. And that then gets you access to... We have 2 servers per console, one for Chernarus, one for... Oh wow, it's quite a large military base, this. One for Chernarus, one for Livonia. Wow, look at this place. So we've got like a prison over there. This radar dish building here. What we'll do... Big Man AZ says, Percy, I know you said 18, but would you consider it? No, we can't, because this is an 18 game, unfortunately, Percy. So, it can only really be for over 18s. Big Man AZ says, I think they should add a sort of creative mode so people like you can do guides easier. Yeah, absolutely. I think if you've got the PC, you can, because you have all sorts of mods that you can add to the game. To give you like unlimited health, and you can probably put yourself anywhere you want to go. Where really on the PlayStation and Xbox private servers, the amount of control we have is very, very small. All I can really control is how long the night and day is. I can lock first person or not. Well, look at this. And I can say whether the server will allow mouse and keyboard or not. And that's about it. Wow, look at this. What a view. What a view. Well, this is probably a good point to say goodnight to everybody, because the time is getting on. It's almost 11 o'clock here in the UK. It's Do you play on controller? I play on controller. I will probably be doing a mouse and keyboard video soon, because they have added support to the Xbox and I think the PlayStation as well. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming along tonight. It's been a pleasure as ever. We've covered a lot of ground. I know it hasn't been the most exciting stream in the world, because basically been walking everywhere. But yeah, this has been DayZ. This has been Livonia. This has been PlayStation. And yeah, we don't know really where we are. We know we're at some sort of military base, but it can be assured that the adventure will carry on, probably on Monday night. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream DayZ over the weekend, but thank you very much, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.